I heard about 3, 2.
Oh shit!
1.
It's gonna make me fart right now, dude.
Okay, what do you guys know about Blackstone?
Oh yeah, the Blackstone or BlackRock?
Blackstone.
What's Blackstone?
That's not the private military thing, is it?
No, they're two of the same. Well, they came from the same company, BlackRock and Blackstone.
Is it the real estate?
Well, BlackRock is the largest of the two companies, right? With over 10 trillion in assets, and then Blackstone has like 900 billion in assets.
10 trillion in it.
900. They're the ones buying up all the real estate.
I listened to an audiobook by one of the founders of that group, and then one branched off and then started doing like a lot of the real estate that we've been seeing that are buying up all of the residentials and shit.
Yes. So there is. What's funny, Anthony?
No, I'm just listening. And
He just looks so mad about it.
Fucking assholes buying up all.
So Blackstone. So you guys know what just happened with FTX, right? Like FTX basically said, "Hey, Sam Bankman-Fried is saying they're solvent, but." He's like, we're fully solvent. I can't believe what's going on right now with U.S. withdrawals. Like, they should just open them up. And it's like, you're the CEO. What the fuck? You open them up. What are you talking about? Okay, so Blackstone is limiting investor withdrawals from its $125 billion real estate investment fund following a spike in redemption requests. People making a run, right? Oh shit, I want to.
so are they doing the same thing? Is that why?
They're limiting withdrawals. That's all we know so far. It just happened today.
Usually when they do that, it's not a good sign.
Usually it's a clear sign that means that they've been using people's money.
It's actually a very good sign.
Business is great.
By the way, Blackstone paid me to talk about this.
It usually means they have so much money they don't want you to be irresponsible.
They don't want you to get out before the getting's too good.
Yeah, it's gonna get better. Just hold.
Price about to go way up. No, so only 0.3% of the fund's net assets will be available for redemption in December.
0.3%?
They might as well just block it. Jesus Christ.
In October, they received $1.8 billion in redemption requests, 2.7% of the net asset value, for example. So now only 0.3% is going to get taken out.
So when 2% is being redeemed, they're like, that's too much.
Well, no, the idea here is that was
We must do 0.3%.
No, that was normal, right? A normal month, right? Potentially. And then now they're like, oh shit, we can't, even handle, we can't handle that much, so we're gonna do 0.3%.
Okay, so just to ask maybe if I'm ignorant about it, what would they be using people's money for?
They're over leveraged.
Yeah, but like on what? Just purchasing other property and real estate?
All kinds of shit. They have stakes in MGM Grand and Mandalay Bay. They have, it's called Vici Properties, which is like a big conglomerate holding all these assets.
So people that are like a little bit more skeptical and pessimistic about where the economy is going, they think this eventually is going to get to the big banks. Eventually, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase is going to be like, you can't pull money out either because we're all over leveraged on this money.
And then they're going to get bailed out by the government, and that's going to be all.
But all of us get fucked because we still have to pay.
But we deserve to get fucked because we're not that rich.
Yeah, we deserve to get fucked because we're just the regular people.
So we can't do anything like the way they can.
So some people are recommending to start pulling some of your money, like actual money out and storing it at home.
Not us though. We think that Blackstone is a solid, reputable company.
And savings get passed down to the customers at Costco.
So shop Costco during these hard times.
So
Man,
true.
the brand deals are wild these days.
They're so integrated.
I want a Costco brand deal. That would be the most long-lasting brand deal that we could ever have.
Tomorrow we need to come in all Kirkland signature hoodies.
I would love it.
Have you ever seen Costco do a brand deal before, though?
No,
Never.
because you can't. You can't detect it. It just happens.
They don't need to.
Yeah.
Do you think if we pretend to do Costco brand deals, they'll send us a cease and desist?
Yeah. And I think,
If we pretended to do Costco brand deals,
I think they'll be even more aggressive.
This video is brought to you by Kirkland.
that's like fucking Ryan doing the Rite Aid ice cream photos and then them being like, oh, you know what? We got to stop this guy.
That, in a way, was a cease and desist.
So the estimated value of Blackstone's assets across logistics facilities, apartment buildings, casinos, medical office parks is $69 billion.
Now it sounds like they're bragging.
Forbes estimates.
Wow.
And apparently $15.5 billion in revenue through 2022. thus far. So this is maybe, people, a lot of people right now on Twitter, especially crypto Twitter and everywhere, they're going, holy shit, is this an indicator? Is this something that we should all be like, is this the start of something?
Yeah, a company as big as that is going, you guys can withdraw.
Exactly.
What do you think?
Yes, I think strong yes, because there are many times in my life where there have been indicators like this, and then I was like, no, I think I can still make money from it.
I think I'm good.
So you would really go to your actual bank and start pulling money out because
What would be the most extreme, safest version? I should probably actually try that for once because like I've tried not that before.
That's a good idea. How do you do it? How do you even pull money out? I've never done it.
In terms of what?
Bank?
No, like cashing out like a pretty good investment.
Yeah, I have no idea. I've never done
Well,
it.
yeah, what's that look like?
That's what I'm saying. I've never done it before. So like, how do you do it?
If you guys were to take your money out, what is the safest way
think you gotta
to
go
keep
to-
cash?
You got to go to the bank and then you gotta turn it into Ethereum, and then you gotta convert that into cash.
That's the safe.
You gotta go to a Bitcoin fucking.
Turn it into an inflationary asset that can be printed nonstop as long as.
No, safest thing is I just give a bunch of cash to like my dad, and then he forgets where he puts a bunch of random pockets of cash and fucking random shit. That's
Like
all it is.
Escobar, but in a small way.
Because that's what makes me nervous.
I think we should invest in skateboards.
Yeah.
Skateboards is so sick.
Yeah.
Can we invest in finger skateboards? Because I think
Tech decks?
Oh, tech decks.
it's cheaper.
No, because when people all lose their homes and cars, they still need to get places, and so skateboards are pretty cheap.
Oh, I don't think they can get there with a little.
We're gonna be a skating economy now.
While they're getting places, don't they need to do something fun?
Yeah, they need to hop on.
At the same time,
That's kind of where I put it.
you're thinking big picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the consumer.
So, does this make you guys want to say, "Oh, I'm gonna start looking into my own financials and start"?
it
pulling
honestly
money out"?
does make, like, when I hear more and more of it, does make you want to pull out like some sort of really emergency savings.
Yeah.
Like cash.
And what would that
Yeah.
percentage-wise? What do you think that would be?
Maybe like 6 months living expenses or something, and then put it in a safe or some shit.
Do you think your bank would stop letting you pay your bills? They'll freeze your account and be like, you can't even pay bills with this.
As long as he doesn't say anything about the Jews, I think he'll be good.
Okay, that's true.
How much stuff are you saying?
I
about
think
the
it's your
Jews?
withdrawals.
Any guys talking shit about Jews?
What'd you say about Jews?
In what situation would mass public need to do a bank run on like major central banks?
Ask China. They just did that last week.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, what was that?
It's fucking next. It's like it's happening everywhere. It's like it's not like it seems like something that's impossible because we haven't seen it, but it's literally like huge nations are going through shit like this.
Yeah, we saw it with like Russia. We see it in China, but like what is?
I saw it here during
what is like
2009,
a
2008.
U.S. version in this?
What happened in 08? With banks?
Real estate crash, but then
The banks didn't let you take money out?
a lot of smaller banks they became insolvent. Like they were doing bank runs, and then you would see on the news like there would just be lines out of credit unions and whatever that people were just like, I can't get my money out.
By Washington
Yeah.
Mutual.
How much of this do you think is like the after effects of like lockdowns and like COVID and stuff? Do you think
Inflation is hell of that.
Yeah, right. Like
Yeah.
it's a big.
The decisions that were made because of it.
I mean, they stopped the economy, and then they printed mad money.
Why?
Yeah, and the money printing.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro,
There's a shitload of bad calls.
and the leverage market, give me a fucking break. If I could complain about one thing forever, it's the leverage market. Those people are degenerate fucks, and I don't like them. I don't like people who play leverage.
You go. I'm not really on game on.
So people who play leverage, you're going to risk something.
You're borrowing money to fucking like
You're staking
invest with it.
Staking something as collateral, but not nearly as much as you're borrowing against it, right? Because you're leveraging it. So you're going to like say I'm like I put in $2,000, okay, but then I'm gonna 100x leverage this shit, so I'm gonna borrow way more than that.
So you hate me?
Well, yeah, but
did
exactly, but it's a
We
thing.
were fucking degenerates. Well, I mean, maybe he was like.
Wait, not me.
But we were pretty.
And Joe smiles.
What was degenerate
you
about
were
me?
borrowing money and leveraging it?
I leveraged a little, but I got out quick. That's the stuff I got out.
So just Anthony?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about anchor borrowing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, but dude,
But we're not leveraged.
even
We're not
then-
true leverage traders in the sense that he's talking about.
right.
Dude,
yeah,
that
right,
was,
right, right.
and even
Not at the
in the
scale.
sliding scale, that is such
Like
bullshit.
you're not affecting the economy. The economy's
Exactly.
affecting you still at that size,
Well, no, but that's right. So you're placing a bet. You're saying I will receive this certain amount if my bet pays off. If I'm correct. So say you're betting on the price of Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin will be 35,000 by like this time. Well, I'm going to bet this much collateral, right? And like stake that away somewhere. And then I'm going to place my bet and I'm going to get paid off a way higher amount if I'm correct on my bet. So it's like sports betting in a way. And that's the problem is if the economy is hindering on that, on all these bets being made and all these liquidations that are cascading down the fucking ladder, now you're in a real economic meltdown situation, which we have seen many times. This is a nightmare.
So we're heading that way.
Well, I don't know, because, dude, it's always sensationalist shit, right? You never know exactly what's happening. It's always, like, what someone's narrative is. So, like, Jamie Dimon will tell you, of JP Morgan Chase, the CEO, he'll tell you, be careful right now, like, save money right now. I think calamity's coming. But those guys aren't trying to help, like, the fucking average person.
Yeah, we never know. When a billionaire tells you to do something like, oh, right now you guys should be like spending or you guys should be doing this, like I'm always skeptical.
Got it.
Because it's like, what skin in the game do they have?
And for you.
But what about when a realtor tells you it's the perfect time to buy?
Well, that's different.
You mean the ones that make commission off?
To all their best interest.
Always a perfect time to buy.
Yeah, there's never like, oh, you shouldn't buy it.
That's what Ant says.
But that's why I like, that's why my whole game is targeting market needs. Market needs is my fucking game, right?
What does that mean?
So like looking at what the market needs. Yeah, it's crazy.
Give us an example. Can you use that in a sentence, please?
No, so when I found Ethereum, or when I found Bitcoin even, I was like, well, this is cool because 2008 happened and I don't have faith in the economy anymore, right? So then I was like, well, Bitcoin's kind of
Totally like that.
a completely different way of looking at this shit, and who knows how it'll pan out.
Looking
I'm
at
not
what
gonna
shit?
bet much on it. Thank you, Anthony. So then, Ethereum comes out, and I remember, finding Ethereum like 2016. And I was like, oh, this is awesome because two people can just enter into like a smart contract. They can have an agreement with each other that gets paid out when a parameter is met, and they don't need anyone to approve it. You don't need a notary or anybody to sit there and go, oh, I stamped this, it's approved. It's done on the blockchain, everyone can see it, and through consensus, they can confirm it. Awesome. So then, we fast forward, I get into OMG. Why did I get into OMG? Because CBDC, central bank digital currencies. That is a market need. Like, whether you like it or not, it's coming, bitch. And whoever is the first mover to the market will be the big player in the game. And I thought, because they were working with SCB10X, which is like the biggest fucking bank in Thailand, that has like the king of Thailand like involved with it, I was like, that is a dunk for me. It rode the wave back, was like the first biggest mover, but then thankfully I got the fuck out because I was like, I don't know what they're doing. They sold the company. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it didn't work out with CBDCs, and that happened. So then I get to Luna. Luna, what's it doing that's different, right? Tether, the biggest fucking name in crypto, actually, if you look it up by volume, is Tether. Bitcoin, Ethereum, who moves more volume a day? If you add both of their volumes together, Tether's more. So I'm like, shit, you need something that is not, that you can actually back by something. Tether is not backed by anything. Bitfinex doesn't open the books up, doesn't fucking account for what's going on with Tether. That's scary to me.
Like the regular cash game.
Exactly. It's like cash, and that's the problem with cash. It's not backed by anything anymore. There's no gold standard anymore. So I was like, okay, well, UST is interesting because they're actually saying, okay, we're backing it with seniorage. We know how we do this. Like, if every $1 of Luna you generate, $1 of Luna gets, or from every $1 of UST you generate, $1 of Luna gets burned. There's a mechanism there. That's actually backing something. And then eventually they're like, holy shit, we have a huge shortfall here. We fucking have done so well in the market cap because UST growth was so huge, we have to back it somehow using Bitcoin. They announced the mechanism. They used that mechanism to kill us. We got killed. Now, what's my biggest thing? Fragmented liquidity. Is it not panning out in the market, bitch? Are we not seeing it all fucking day long? Liquidity is the issue. That's what happened with FTX, right? Who's the biggest fucking...
They don't got liquidity, dog. You can't cash out, dog.
Who's the biggest liquidity provider? Who's one of the biggest liquidity providers in crypto, baby? Woo! I do it all day. I'm gonna do it every fucking time. I will do it again.
Does it every single time. Never cashes out, but does it every
single time.
That is exactly right. Don't ever ask me how to cash out. I literally don't know. I was asking about it earlier, but I know how to pick them, baby.
He's the guy at the racetrack picking the winners and then spinning the rest.
And then doubling down on the next one, baby. Let's go.
Gotta reinvest.
That's it.